right now, this second. While you're watching this, an auction is happening for you. Facebook's algorithm just calculated your exact dopamine threshold, how much content before you quit, how much anger keeps you scrolling, what breaks you. In the time it took you to read that sentence, your data was bought and sold 147 times. March 23, 2023. TikTok CEO Shou Zi sits before Congress. The question is simple. Can Chinese engineers access American user data? We rely on global interoperability. Chinese engineers do have access to global data. 600 million users. Every tweet, every DM, every secret search at 3 a.m. accessible. In June 2022, BuzzFeed obtained leaked audio from 80 internal TikTok meetings. The quote was chilling, "Everything is seen in China." One external auditor, hired to close off Chinese access, admitted, "I feel like with these tools, there's some backdoor to access user data in almost all of them." Project Texas, a $1.5 billion data center built to form a firewall between your data and Beijing. But reports showed TikTok managers still instructing workers to share American user data with ByteDance colleagues in China, bypassing official channels. Under Chinese national intelligence law, all companies must hand over data whenever the government asks. No warrant, no oversight, no refusal. TikTok collects face prints, voice prints, location history, browsing data, keystrokes, biometrics. Researchers found connections to Guizhou Baishan Cloud Technology, a top Chinese cybersecurity company, despite public claims that data stays in Singapore and the US. But TikTok isn't special. It's just honest about what they all do. Cambridge Analytica, the name you remember, but the numbers you might not. 270,000 people took a personality quiz. 87 million people had their data harvested. Friends, family, people who never clicked agree. The This Is Your Digital Life app didn't just collect quiz data. Facebook's API allowed it to scrape almost everything: public profiles, private likes, messages, posts, birthdays, locations, who you loved, what you feared. They want to fight a culture war in America. Whistleblower Christopher Wiley said, Cambridge Analytica was supposed to be the arsenal of weapons to fight that culture war. Donald Trump's 2016 campaign paid them. So did Ted Cruz's campaign, so did Brexit organizers. All powered by psychographic profiles so detailed they could predict your vote before you could. Facebook's settlement was $725 million. Zuckerberg called it a huge mistake. But it wasn't a breach. It was the system working as designed. Every time you open Facebook, an auction happens. Advertisers bid for your attention in milliseconds. The algorithm analyzes your estimated action rate. Will you click? Your ad quality score? Will you engage? And the bid amount, how much your attention is worth. Total value equals ad quality multiplied by the bid, multiplied by the chance you'll react. The algorithm doesn't care if you're happy. It cares if you're engaged, and negative emotions drive engagement. In 2025, Elon Musk's XAI absorbed Twitter's data. His words, "We officially combine the data, models, compute, distribution, and talent." Every tweet, every DM, every follow. Now feeding an AI company, 600 million users. No consent required. MIT researcher Natasha Dowschel found that slot machines carefully calculate the exact moment a gambler will quit. The machine watches, learns, and right before the breaking point, it delivers a reward, just enough to keep you hooked. Sound familiar? Pull to refresh. Notification badges, variable likes. The same dopamine pathway that fuels cocaine addiction fuels social media addiction. Studies show the same brain regions active in substance addiction light up during compulsive internet use. The World Health Organization calls excessive online behavior a growing global problem. Some governments call it a public health crisis. Infinite scroll removes all friction, content never ends. Doom scrolling becomes default. If eating disorder content keeps a teenage girl on Instagram longer, the algorithm serves it. If a negative mood keeps you engaged, the algorithm lowers your mood. It's not a bug. It's the business model. Microsoft reported that the average human attention span dropped to 8 seconds. A goldfish has 9. You now have worse focus than a goldfish. You're not weak, you're engineered. In 2024, the FTC concluded a 4-year investigation into major tech platforms. The finding: social media companies harvest enormous amounts of personal data and monetize it into billions. The surveillance economy generated $20.9 billion in 2024 and is projected to reach $136.7 billion by 2030. Your data is worth billions. You received nothing.